Hey guys, what's up? It's Anthony here to do the final part of my 7-inch collection. Got this last box, and I'll show this. This is actually a box I got in Washington, in Seattle. So, I'm going to show the last remaining records in my collection. 7 inches, I should say. And after this, we'll go to albums. First record I have is a hardcore band. I actually just picked this up. This is The Time Bombs with Kill Music. Really, I just bought this mainly because of the cover, because I love RoboCop. They have a song called Henry Ford is Not God, though. This is from, I believe, 2007, I want to say. Comes with an insert. With a bunch of ridiculous writing. Can't show that picture, but I could try to censor it. And, oh, you know what? Those are eyes. Forget it. Kill, not kiss. Alright. Yeah, there's a... Can't show that picture, but if you look it up on Discogs, it's all uncensored, basically. Or maybe it isn't, I don't know. Just a regular black vinyl. I like that RoboCop picture right there. And the other side. It's pretty good. I need to spin this for sure. Again. Put this inside. Yeah, Time Bombs with Kill Music. What else we got? Okay, there's actually an interesting story about this band. This is a power pop band from California, I believe. This is a French release. This is the Masticators with Boyfriend's Heart. Now, this is a short-lived pop punk or power pop band, and you might notice on the cover there's a familiar face. That's actually Robbie Rist on the cover, and Robbie Rist is known for being Cousin Oliver in The Brady Bunch, as well as the voice of Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original movie with Fine Afternoon. So I had to buy the single. I believe it's from 2001. Just on black vinyl. Pretty good. Pop the Balloon catalog. It also came with an insert. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Really poppy. Oh, they from Jersey? Oh, I think these guys are actually from Jersey. Huh. Yeah, regardless, definitely check this out. They have an album of pretty much all their material. I think you could actually get at Robbie Rist's website. I don't know, I haven't checked there in a while, so. Oh boy, we're doing this again, huh? Ah, come on. I did it. Yeah, you can still probably get this. Look how dusty that sleeve is. Good lord. I need to replace that sleeve then. This is actually another recent pickup. Collective Soul with Shine, the radio edit from 1993, and on the other side is Breathe, the live LP. Many of you may know the song Shine. Will I fight? It's that song. Will I fight? I heard it actually recently at what you call it, when I went to the park or the fair in my area like last year. So that was nice. I believe this band is from Sweden. I could be wrong. Uh, Maybe, I don't know. I think either Cleveland, Ohio, or Sweden. Unresting Place with Plague. Uh, Pretty good hardcore. There's two versions of this. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that. It smells like cigarettes. But you know what? It kind of looks like something that would... Uh, it was like owned by a cigarette smoker, so yeah, you know. I'll show the label. It's actually on white labels, so there's really not much to show. I'll show the catalog. Wow, this is an original. Back in the day when you could mail order stuff. Remember that? In the days before the internet? Of course you could probably still mail in, but it's not really much of a thing anymore. Because it's like, hey, you could just buy off the internet, so whatever. You could probably still get copies of that. United Blood, 7-inch from 1997. These guys are from... Where are these guys from? I think the West Coast. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it wasn't. I was just... I don't know. Anyway, not much with the label. United Blood. I'll show the inside with lyrics. Another record I'm pretty sure you can still get copies of, so. When I say you could get copies of all these, I really do mean you pretty much can get copies of pretty much all of these. For the most part, like I said. This is a band from LA, California. Snap Her. And you're effed. I love that cover. It's supposed to be like the Meatmen cover. You know, female punk rock. What do you expect? Pretty fast, too. Really raw. I mean, this is raw. I got it at a record store for like dirt cheap. Do they mention any like bands? Chaos UK, Tesco V, of course. Oppressed Logic, Real George Records. Okay. Yeah, really good stuff. Very hard, like, really angry too. They have a song called Penile Implant. It's hilarious. Anal retention. Yeah. It's been a while since I've spun. Oh, it's from 95. Okay. I figure it's like 90s. I'm pretty sure you can still get copies of this. Oh, this is good. Blister with the Stitches EP. These guys are from the West Coast, of course. Pretty weird, kind of like post-punk. I like how there's like a whole list right there. It says, our hearts go out to those who struggle to liberate themselves from the constraints of our hostile world, and to those who recognize and respect the essential humanity of others. Peace. So, yeah, not much to say about it. I think I got it bought it in Washington. I know I bought some of these in Washington. Just black vinyl, but you got a picture of a fetus in there. A real life fetus, so that's cool. Oh, they're from the Bay Area. Okay. That makes sense. Bought this at a record store in Washington. Hardcore punk. Frustration. These guys are also, I believe this band is from Washington. From 2010. Bought it from a record store that sold this kind of music. It's pretty good. Really not much of a to look inside. Just on black vinyl. On Inseminal. Inimissal? I don't know how you say that. Yeah, I definitely enjoy this. Pretty short, unfortunately, but you know. It's to the point, so. It's $2, so. Yeah, Frustration. We got Dusk. I have no idea what this band sounds like, so I don't even know. I think it's like experimental country rock. I'm pretty sure. That is a really creepy photo. Yeah, it comes with an insert from 2015. Do the Bored Recluse. Looks like Charlie Chaplin in there. Yeah, it's just on black vinyl. Too Sweet and Do the Bored Recluse. I don't know. It's just when I was looking at the description, it said country rock, so could be anything. Maybe this band's good. I don't know. I don't know why my records are slipping. Oh, this is a band I saw live in my college. This is The Phases. This is like death rock, kind of gothic rock stuff. Really good. The singer was really nice. In fact, yeah, The Phases. She actually signed the record for me. This is long out of print. But the cool thing about this is that it's actually a lathe record. I'll show that. It's one of the few in my collection. Even the insert's signed. Within all the lyrics, which are so tiny you can't even read. And since it's a lathe cut, it shows you how to play it. Yeah, it's like, looks like a normal record, right? But it's like, it's pressed on, it's pressed differently than actual vinyl. On Egg Records. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you can't even find this anymore. I wish they would do a repress, because these guys are actually really good. Haven't seen them in a while, though. I'd like to see them live again. My friend opened up for them, so that's why how I saw them. No, they opened up for my friend, so. Yeah, I have the cassette, CD, and the vinyl of this. So yeah, check out the Phases. I believe they're still going around. They're from Orange County, California, so. You gotta go in there? Okay, cool, thanks. I want to get more sleeves like this for my records. That would help so much. Alright, now we got a bunch of records from this band I really love. This is a split with Brody's Militia and No Value. No Value are from, I don't remember if where No Value are from, but Brody's Militia, I believe, are from the South. Like, really animalistic, hardcore, in-your-face rock. I actually got this directly from the past singer of the Brody's Militia. His name was The Gooch. He was known for a while in the scene, more in the South than here in the West Coast. But this is pre Brody's Militia with Gooch, so it's got his kind of stuff. Okay, No Value are from Japan. Oh no, you know what? Brody's Militia are from Ohio. They're not from the South. What am I saying? And it's on piss yellow vinyl. That's cool. I like the stuff pre Gooch, but I think the Gooch stuff is probably the best. I think he was just the best singer for the band. That's from '03, by the way. You'll see a bunch more. Door, the London out there. I think this is like electro pop kind of stuff. And extreme. It was dirt cheap when I got it. It's only on black vinyl from '06. Of course, these guys are from England. I think they put out an album. Yeah. Pretty sure I got that sealed at a record store. Widow Era and Theme Vice. I think it's like emo. I think it's a... Oh, is this a split? No. It's by a band called Send. Cende. Yeah, here we go. Here's the cover. It was okay. Not really much to go on. Look at the cat. Look at the cute cat. Yeah, it's alright. Is there an insert in here? No, there isn't. Okay. Put that in there. Put the insert in there. I don't even know where these guys are from, so whatever. It was cheap when I got it. Oh, the sleeve is a little split. but it still holds fine. Is some more emo. Geraldine is the Delta what does that even say? Oh. Cyrilline is the Delta Connection. This is like emo hardcore sorta from Germany. It was dirt cheap, so. On Refuge. Just black vinyl, another teenage story. Yeah, Germany tried to kind of copy our style first. And they did a good job at it, I'll say that. You know, when all the, the European countries kind of heard about our style of music that we were doing, they kind of jacked it. And admittedly, they do a good job. Well, for the most part. I have a lot of Brody's Militia I'll show at this. Okay, so these are all the same band, so. And these are all signed. So I'll show them all one by one. We got the Brody's Militia split with Anti-Scene. Love the cover, like, of the Planet of the Apes. Of course, it's signed by the Gooch, the singer of this release. I bought directly from him on eBay back when he was still selling on eBay, and he lives in Europe now, so. And Anti-Scene, which are another great band. I love Anti-Scene. He threw in some stickers. We got Anti-Scene are a punk band from North Carolina. I gotta also say that. I think they moved to South Carolina. And then Brody's Militia. There's Gooch right there. What is the songs for the Anti-Scene side? Oh, they do a cover of Anti-Scene do a cover of Black Flag's Fix Me, which I haven't heard anywhere else. And then Anti-Scene, and that's one of the members of Brody's Militia with Jeff Clayton from Anti-Scene. And this is on green, really cool looking green vinyl. Yeah, check both bands out. Anti-Scene are still going on. Brody's Militia broke up around 2016. And then we got Brody's Militia with Black Market Fetus. Unhinged by Scum. Once again, signed by the Gooch. Brody's Militia are pretty good. Black Market Fetus are just kind of like grindcore, sort of. I mean, you could argue Brody's Militia is also grindcore. I mean, they even do a couple Sore Throat covers, so. Okay, Black Market Fetus are from Denver, Colorado. Okay. And yeah, and then there's the lyrics to the Brody's Militia stuff. Just on black vinyl, nothing really special. Pretty cool center labels though. Those are pretty cool. And then we got Brody's Militia split with Ghoul. Ghoul are a pretty good band. I think they're death metal. I'm pretty sure. And Brody's Militia. There's a pretty good side. Pretty creepy back cover and front cover. It's actually signed on the inside. There's the Ghoul lyrics, and then there's Brody's Militia. Yeah. There's the Gooch's autograph right there. Really good stuff. Recorded 2006, so I think this is a 2007 7-inch. Just on black, nothing really special. Like I said, the center labels are pretty cool. I'll give you some trivia right here. There's the Gooch. The jacket he's wearing in that photo used to belong to Merle Allen of the Murder Junkies. Because you could find pictures with Merle wearing that shirt. So I guess Gooch took it from him, or bought it from him, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, really nice guy on eBay. Really fast shipper. I bought a bunch of pictures from him in the past that I'd never seen of the Murder Junkies. So that's pretty cool. Got a couple more. This is the Napalm Zeppelin Raids EP. Patriot Act is a good song. Toothless Skull, they have a song called that. This is on colored vinyl as well. Brody's Militia, and it's on clear red vinyl. And I'll show the insert. One of these actually came with a patch. Oh no, there's the other sticker. Brody's Militia. I'll show the inside. The insert. This is all just straight up Brody's Militia. It's not no other band on it. Yeah, if you don't mind like really fast hardcore, check them out. They're really good. They have a couple albums. Mostly they're known for like singles and stuff like that though. Did I show the other? Oh no, I didn't show these two. Hold on. Got two more. Got Brody's Militia. Rescued from... I think this is just self-titled. Can't relate, won't relate. Of course, once again, signed by Brody's Militia. Actually came with the Brody's Militia patch he threw in. With those stickers. Nijajiev SS. That's another good band. From the Netherlands. You got lyrics. Yeah. And it's on... I'll show you the pictures. Some live pictures, which are pretty cool. Oh no, it's just on black. Okay, never mind. I don't need to show that. Yeah, they're just a really solid band. Really like over the top, kind of very wild in your face sort of stuff. And then we got the split with another split with Anti-Scene and Brody's Militia. Once again, signed. The Primal Roar split EP. Brody's Militia does 3 songs, and Anti-Scene does Reconstruction and a live version of NC Royalty. And another sticker, which I'm never going to use. And it's just on regular black vinyl. Nothing too special there. Got some cool live pics of Antiseen. And then Brody's Militia. Yeah, they were a good band. Wish they never broke up, but you know, you can only get a band going for so long. I guess you have to end at some point. So, you know, it is what it is. Maybe they will come back. I don't know. Alright, now we're done with Brody's Militia. Let's get into other... Oh no, we got one more Brody's Militia. Never mind. With Nezhov SS. Some really freaky looking artwork. Wait, did... Oh no, he signed it. I was like looking for the autograph. It's right there. This is like, I think, from 2004, I want to say. There's a Negative Approach cover, which is pretty cool. And this is on regular black vinyl. And of course, if you don't know, Brody's Militia were named after Brody Bruiser. So they're kind of like a wrestling theme, kind of, well, not wrestling theme completely, but like their influence were from like old school wrestling. So there you go. Alright, now we're done with Antiseen. We can now move on. We've got some Dean Dillon, Hold Up and Some Honky Tonk from 1990, and All Out of Love. Atlantic Promo 45. Got another Motown. This is Thumpin' Music by Commodores and Just to Be Close to You. You can tell this is a later Motown release because of the label. Or is it original? Yeah, like mid-70s Motown, because they changed their color scheme a little bit. Sweet, CoverGirl, and Love Is Like Oxygen. Kind of like 70s glam rock. Actually really good stuff. Oh, some Phil Collins. Do You Know, Do You Care? And on the other side is You Can't Hurry Love from 1982. I think this is right when Phil Collins went solo. We got some folk here. We got some Peter, Paul, and Mary. Rest in peace, Peter. Sucks that he died, you know, but memories will go on. And then, yeah, Leaving on a Jet Plane and The House Song on Warner Brothers 7 Arts Records. Peter, Paul, and Mary are one of the few like folk groups I really like, and I really need to get more into the genre. Oh, we got some Oak Ridge Boys. We got Morning Glory Dew and You're the One on ABC Dot Records, which is now a defunct label. Oh, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Here we go. Shake, 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 Shake Your Booty. And Boogie Shoes. Great 70s stuff. And then we got, this is pretty cool. We got the theme song to The Good, the Bad, the Ugly with Hugo Montenegro and his orchestra, his chorus from 1967. And for a few dollars more, this is not my copy. This is my aunt's. Grand Funk with the Locomotion. This is like absolutely thrashed. I mean, you see that? Like, it's basically unplayable because my aunt played this so much. I need to get another copy though. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. We got Wings with Hi Hi Hi. And the other side is Sea Moon, 1972. Wings is great. Probably one of my favorite Beatles-related side projects. And then we got Casey and the Sunshine Band, Get Down Tonight. Oh, the grooves are totally destroyed in this. These are played so much. And then You Don't Know. Yeah, I really need to buy another copy of this. This is thrashed. And then we got The Partridge Family. Doesn't Somebody Want to Be Wanted? And You Are Always on My Mind. Picture sleeve. From 71. That's pretty cool. I was never a big Partridge Family fan. I think my mom was more. We got Foreigner, Long Long Way From Home, and The Damage Is Done from, I believe, the first album, which I actually also own on vinyl. Then we got Chicago, Taking It on Uptown, and Baby What a Big Surprise. Someone named Tiffany used to own this back in 77. I don't know who Tiffany is. I just got it at a thrift store. But Tiffany's watching, or if you know someone named Tiffany, tell them I said hi. This is like some weird, I think these guys are from New York, I want to say. A Case of the Willies. I need to put this in the sleeve. I don't know why I don't have it. New York Stomp, Bad Personality, and What They Say. And it's on clear yellow vinyl. Kind of weird, but it's pretty good. Did come with an insert, but there's the back. I'll put this inside because yeah, check out the Willies. They're pretty good. I can see why I put the record outside. Didn't fit. Come on. I'm trying to make a video here. And in the front. Whatever. Case of the Willies. Alright. I want to display this because the record in here is absolutely destroyed. Thankfully, it's on the side that, you know, but it's Queen, I'm in Love with My Car. I put it next to a bunch of other records, sliding the records in and out. It completely destroyed that side. And it sucks because this is an original pressing my uncle used to have. And the other side is Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. So what I want to do is I want to display this into a clock somehow. And then rebuy it. Oh, this is actually one of my earliest Kiss records. I bought this record 15 years ago. And it came with my order of a bunch of Kiss vinyl. Most of them were original presses, too. Back when I was buying more records on eBay. This is an original Casablanca pressing of Kiss doing Sweet Pain. And on the other side is Shout It Out Loud, the Bogart label. I love... See, this was probably my favorite Casablanca label with the Bogart. It's just so... looks so cool, you know? I just think... You know, I wish they didn't change it. I wish they kind of kept going. I know it kept going in, like, other countries and stuff like that. But yeah, both great songs from Destroyer, which is a great album. So when I showed the Bellstar Sign of the Times American release, I mentioned that I had a picture disc from England of the songs, and this is it. I didn't get it in England. I got it in an American store. But it's got the same two sides. It sounds okay for a picture disc. And it has the original price tag, £2. Which I don't know what it would equal in American prices, but you know. It's probably like $3. It was probably that much when I bought it. It's an alright one. I talked more about them in my other video. And we got Run DMC with It's Tricky. Which, not a great sounding copy, I gotta admit. Kind of sounds a little hissy. Grooves are a little damaged. And of course, the other side is Proud to Be Black. Classic 80s rap. You know, can't get better than that. And we're almost done. Got a couple more records to show. Then we got Sean Cassidy with Strange Sensation. I'm pretty sure this is my mom's. And then Hey Deanie from 1977. It's pretty cool. Mom was a huge Sean Cassidy fan. Greatest Hits. This was just kind of okay. I can't remember too much about it. It was kind of like real experimental rock. Although, oh, you know what? No, this isn't a complete clunker of a 45. Because it's got a song called Ambulance. It's like electro pop. Which actually is not bad. I just remember that song most and that's it. Ambulance. Funny old English spelling bee. Dance Pop, the song Dance Pop is okay. And it's actually on white vinyl. I don't think this group ever did anything else. But if you like weird kind of like electronic pop, you'll really like Greatest Hits. And I realized by Google searching Greatest Hits, you're not going to find a single thing on this band. So just go on Discogs and type in Greatest Hits and Ambulance. And I'm sure the record will pop up. I got this at a cafe that shut down. It's like surf rock. This is Marlowe Stewart, Surfer Serenade. Paid way too much for this record, honestly. No, it was $1, whatever. Riptide. I know a lot of the records were overpriced, though. Owner was nice, though, so can't really fault him for that. Got literally 4 more records to go. Ruby Keller. I don't remember where these guys are from. Weird kind of cover with a baby, and in the back is a picture of Jesus playing hockey. Last I heard, I think it was like indie rock. Just on black vinyl, nothing really too special. But come on, that picture of Jesus playing hockey, ridiculous. Yeah, Ruby Keller. Here's some goth rock, real weird goth, industrial kind of goth rock. This is Gecko with Probing the Gash in Her Head. Kind of weird goth rock. It's pretty good though. Kind of experimental. I bought this at Amoeba Music way back in the day. Someone recommended it on YouTube, and I listened to it forever ago. It's just been years. And it's on clear red vinyl. I don't know if this band ever did anything else. Got the lyrics kind of written kind of in a weird direction. Come on. Come on. Come on. You could go in. There we go. Yeah, Gecko are kind of a weird band from what I remember. There we go. It was still cheap, so it was in the goth section at Amoeba. I'll show that one last. This is a classic Cleveland, Ohio punk band. This is the Pagans with Hollywood or Die, and She's Got the Itch. Unfortunately, this was some of the last stuff that was recorded with the Pagans when they reunited because Mike Hudson passed away shortly before this came out or something like that, which is a real shame. I have another record where he sings on it. Yeah, check out the Pagans. Great classic punk rock. This is one of their last singles ever on white vinyl. Woo, dropped it for a second. I don't have any of their classic stuff on vinyl. I need to fix that one day. And I will. It was like $10, so. And the last record in my $45 that we're finally done is actually one of my friend's bands. It's a classic 70s. These guys, I describe them, I've seen them live once. These guys are the Stooges on methamphetamine. Naughty Women with 1979 demos. It's actually signed by the owner, Bill, who is the owner of a record store that I go to often. Shout out to Bill, very nice guy. You know, my #1 Oasis friend. F Yourself and Put to Death, records 79. And they actually opened up for the Germs, which is really crazy to think. Yeah. They have an album out. I don't have it. It's just on black vinyl. They actually did record these, re-record these on their album, which I still need to get a copy of. I don't know why I haven't. But it's got an insert telling the story of Naughty Women. You want to read all that? My friend has a copy of their demo tape, and I'd love to buy it from him. Oh, oh, this is a funny story right here. The best thing is Gigi Allen, yes, the Gigi Allen, was one of our biggest fans. He bought a cassette demo from us from Robert Omelette from the Omelettes, and when he died, he had our demo of F Yourself on his answering machine. I called his phone to check by Bill Evans, which is so great. He had that because Gigi used to collect like random demos from people, if he liked them or not, and yeah, that was that, which is hilarious. Yeah, check out Naughty Women. They're still playing in the area. I still need to catch them again because the first time I saw them, the sound was kind of So anyway, that's my 7-inch collection. Finally done with all those boxes. That took four freaking ever. And man, I'm so happy to be done with that. And now we will move on to my 5 boxes of LPs, which I have a ton of, and there's a lot of stories with that too. And then we'll be done with my physical music, and then we'll get into my music videos. So like VHS bootlegs and all that, and DVDs and Blu-ray. And that'll be all with my music collection. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and now I'm finally getting around to it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is. Bye.